Colorado upset be?
It'd be very surprising, but it's obviously doable. This is the exact situation they found themselves in week one. Now, they did have Travis Hunter. I understand that, and that's a big difference. But they were 21-point underdogs on the road, and I would say there was less belief in this team then than there is now, for sure.
Yeah.
And they got to follow the exact same script, by the way. They got to. If you like Colorado to win outright, might as well bet the over as well. Even though the over is 70, the total is 70 because it has to be 45-42 or higher. Like they are not. The stops have to come in the form of turnovers. You have to have essentially no penalties, and you've got to score damn near every time you touch the ball. I do not believe Colorado can stop Oregon. I think that they're going to have to force some turnovers and maybe a missed field goal or two by Oregon. They're just going to have to keep up with them and make it a track meet. And Shedeur is going to have Brou a legendary game. And by the way, he did that. Everything I just described is what happened against TCU. He threw for 500 yards. They were huge dogs. They had, in my opinion, the biggest play of the game, the Travis Hunter pick at the goal line, which took 7 points off the score. Yep. And I think so I don't think it's impossible, because I do think offensively, because I know Bo Nix is going to be an NFL player. He is not in Shedeur's class. Shedeur, they have the best player, the best quarterback on the field by a decent margin. So if you have the best quarterback, you got a damn good coach, you got a real shot, but you're going to have to score every time you touch the ball.
I got Colorado winning.
Wow.
Outright.
Yes.
Just flat saying it.
Flat outright. Look, Oregon didn't impress me against Texas Tech. I mean, they pounded Portland State and Hawaii. Okay?
Time out.
So I get Colorado wasn't impressive last week. I don't think they took Colorado State lightly because all the talk. But I think they thought, we're going to roll these dudes.
That's true.
And they get out there and all of a sudden it's a game. And now, they did what they had to do to win. Shedeur, I do think, is going to have a tremendous performance. I think he loves the bright lights. Obviously, he got that from his father. But he also, I think, is starting to think, I'm sure he's probably thinking, I want to win the Heisman. All right, and these games
his
matter.
Heisman odds are shockingly
bad. I mean, they obviously got to. Well, I think people don't expect him to win enough games, which I get.
Right. No, that's
right. But I think he's looking at and Travis Hunter obviously is phenomenal. Didn't have a touchdown catch all year, so they still have weapons.
I think
I think all the pressure. Yeah, I agree. All the pressure is on Oregon, and I think Colorado State's players, because of Deion, relish the big game. And I think Oregon's players, surprisingly, because of the schools and, the rankings, I think they probably, if anybody's going to be a little tight, I think it's going to be Oregon.
See, and that's why I feel like they have a chance for sure. I don't know if they win outright. I don't know. I think they definitely have a chance because when this team has been underdogs, they just play with a different type of swagger because they truly believe that no one believes in us anyway. With us compiling all these transfers and putting these guys together, how can you even have a competitive team? And they have been able to do this on short order with Shedeur leading this team. So for me, I like Colorado because Oregon can't stop them. And if I'm going to pick what we always pick and go with is what quarterback do I trust more? I trust Shedeur.
I'll ask you, Nick, do you buy that the underdog mentality, because it's a 21.5-point spread, can still permeate Colorado, even though they see all the ratings info, they see all the social media activity, they see that multiple shows go to their campus, they're the big game, there's all the hype, they are the story of college football. So it's hard for me to be we're still underdogs.
That's where I think Deion's work is cut out for him, but it's also work he's totally prepared for. That is the job of the coach. The job of the coach is to make sure no matter how much hype they're getting on campus, no matter how much talk they're getting, is to remind them, guys, if we don't play perfect, we lose. Right. And that is where I trust Deion. I do think we've almost underrated, just the generic, almost national Deion's actual coaching. There's been so much talk about the recruiting, the charisma, the almost, power of personality. The fact that this guy was, as a player and at each place, a technician. and is really on. It's Saban talk. I don't know if it was Saban talking about it. It was Joel Klatt talking about how Sanders is like Saban, in that these practices are hard and long, and they're running and old school. And I hope Colorado wins. If for no other reason, then no matter what, Colorado USC is going to be unbelievable. But if Colorado wins this game, Caleb versus Shedeur
in Colorado
is the we got Joe Burrow versus Trevor Lawrence for a national title 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was unbelievable. I don't know if you guys remember it. Deshaun Watson at his near apex against Lamar the year Lamar won the Heisman.
That was a great one.
And even if Colorado loses, Caleb versus Shedeur is still pretty dynamic. But if Shedeur has an unbelievable game, then he gets to play Caleb and say, okay, you're going to go number one no matter what. But I can plant my flag in the ground and say I'm the best quarterback in college football. Like, he can say that, even if he's not. You know what I mean? He can say that. So I'm super excited for that possibility.
I agree with that. And I don't know that he'd be ready to concede number one.
Caleb's going.
He goes, no.
Have you not seen Mahomes Mountain?
I'm just saying.
Monday morning headlines.
I'm just saying.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.